Hello everybody, it's Sarah, and today I'm going to review Jamaica Inn by Daphne du Maurier. I love this book. It's amazing. Everybody go read this book. So, as always, first I'll tell you a little bit about the book and what I thought of the book, and then I'll go into a spoilery section so all of you who haven't read the book can go and leave and read the book before they come back. So Jamaica Inn was written in the 1920s, I believe, but it's set in 19th century Cornwall. Jamaica Inn actually is a real inn that is situated in the Bodmin Moors between Bodmin and Launceston, and it was kind of a smuggling high castle in the past. So Jamaica Inn follows the story of a young woman called Mary Yellen, whose mother died and who now goes to live with her aunt and her aunt's husband. And Jos Merlin, her aunt's husband, owns Jamaica Inn. There's some strange things going on at Jamaica Inn, and Mary kind of gets caught up in those things, and it's just her story trying to cope with what's going on at Jamaica Inn. So, I absolutely love this book, as I think I said at the beginning of this video. The funny thing is, I didn't actually expect to love it. I expected to like it, to enjoy it, but not to love it. And I was in Cornwall this summer. I spent 2 weeks there, and I actually visited Jamaica Inn, where I bought this book as well. Look, here's the proof that it's bought at Jamaica Inn. And before I visited Jamaica Inn, I actually never had heard of this book. I had heard of Rebecca, which is the most widely known work by Daphne du Maurier, but never of Jamaica Inn, and I just thought I'd pick it up, and I ended up really enjoying it. And also I would definitely recommend this to anyone who has ever been to Bodmin Moor and who knows how the moods can change and how the weather can change very quickly. So yeah, that's all I have to say about this book in the non-spoilery section, and let's move on to the spoilery part. So first of all, for the spoilery part, I love Mary Yellen. I think she has become one of my favorite female characters. And what I love about her so much is that she's strong, but she's not a fantasy kind of strong where she's just always kick-ass, but she's a very realistic kind of strong, and she has times when she breaks down. For example, when Jos tells her about all the horrible things he has done, she does break down and kind of has to take her time to cope with all this new information. And also after she was dragged to the beach and when she watched the ship sink, she needs time. She's not like, oh yeah, okay, that's something horrible, but I'm going on and I'm moving forward and everything. But she has a breakdown, but the strong thing about her, I think, is that even though she has those breakdowns, she just stands up each and every time, and each and every time she's stronger afterwards, which I love. Also, I think, it's quite usual today that you read and write about strong female characters, but this book was written at a time where female and strong didn't really fit together, so that's also a plus I have to give this book. And also she says she doesn't want to lead a woman's life, she doesn't want to fall in love, she's very cynical about love, and so she really fights falling in love with Jem, which I find really funny. She says she says one time she's a strong woman, but as soon as he kissed her, she was just weak and started sobbing, and she didn't like that about herself. But in the end, she still goes with him, and I think it's really amazing because I don't feel like she went with him because she loved him. Well, she did, but more because it was just something that felt right to her. Yeah. Also, one more thing about Mary Yellen. I loved when everything was unraveled and when they found her uncle and her aunt killed, that she was like, yeah, if I was a man now, I would have to go to court and say everything, and just because I'm a woman, I can just lie around, sob to myself and pity myself. And she doesn't like this, because actually she would like to have the possibility to just break out of this self-pity, if you know what I mean. Next character, I fell in love with Jem Merlin as well. I don't know why. He's a horrible character. But it's just the moment when Mary first meets him and when she realizes, yeah, actually I kind of want to have a friendship with him and I'm fascinated by him and I'm falling in love with him, but she fights it all the time because he's actually a bad person. I kind of felt like that as well. And in the end I was just like, oh my god, I love him so much. Next character, I fell in love with Jem Merlin as well. I don't know why. He's a horrible character. But it's just the moment when Mary first meets him and when she realizes, yeah, actually I kind of want to have a friendship with him and I'm fascinated by him and I'm falling in love with him, but she fights it all the time because he's actually a bad person. I kind of felt like that as well. And in the end I was just like, oh my god, I love him so much. So, I really don't know what I feel about Joss Merlin. He's a strange character. I kind of hate him because of all the awful things he has done. But at the same time I can't really hate him because I pity him so much. He seems like a strong character, but he really actually isn't. He just drinks all the time and has nightmares and can't cope with everything that's going on around him. So, yeah, he's a strange character. And the last character I have to say something about is Francis Davis. And I knew it. The moment he appeared, I was like, okay, he's one of the bad guys. He works with Joss in one way or another. And then as I continued reading, I kind of thought, okay, maybe not. But then at the end I was again like, I knew it at the very beginning. I forgot about it, but I knew it. Also because he's like an albino. He has white hair and white eyes and he's described really creepy, so I guess that's one of the reasons I knew it. I also think I might be a little bit damaged from reading too much YA, because the moment that Francis Davis appeared on screen, I was like, ooh, love triangle. And it was like, no, of course not. Of course there's no love triangle in that book. But yeah, that was really stupid. And the last thing I have to say about this book is, I really don't have anything negative to say about this book. I don't know. I just loved it. I loved it in its entirety. But the last thing I have to say about this book, that actually I think I wouldn't have enjoyed this book so much if I hadn't been to Bodmin this summer. Because this summer I just kind of saw how fast the mood changes, how thick the fog and the mist can be, and how oppressing the whole atmosphere is when it's raining. And so if I hadn't seen that firsthand this summer, then I think I would have found the mood in this book to be a little bit over the top. But it really is like that, so yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you soon. Kiss kiss!